Record. Okay, welcome to all. We would like to start our group presentation, Group 11. So at first, I would like to introduce each other. This is Muhammad Abu Said. I am just now living Papa Nui area with my family, and I'm doing Master of Education, University of Canterbury, and I am from Dhaka, Bangladesh.
Yeah, my name is Ashik Joshi, and I'm staying in Orikatan, and I'm from India, and I'm studying in UC College.
Okay, my name is Christabel Willow. I'm from Papua New Guinea, and I'm doing my master's in education.
Hi everyone, I'm Elna Thomas. I'm from India. I stay at Wigram Christchurch. I'm also a student at the University of Canterbury, and I'm doing my first semester course in EDME. So here I'm here today to present my research proposal. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone. If you give me permission, that I would like to present of my presentation first. So
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yes. Yes.
okay, and I need to. I need to present. Okay, setup is okay. Okay, this is Muhammad Abu Said. My student ID is 166476115. And welcome to all my group presentation. My research topic is, my assessment 3 group proposal presentation. My course is EDME 401, Understanding and Using Research in Education. Our group 11, our group participant here. Just now, I would like to introduce each one group presentation title. My title is Integration of Digital Technologies for History Education. History teaching tertiary education in Bangladesh. And at the beginning, I would like to express our gratitude to our course coordinator, Professor Line Parminter, and also express of our gratitude those who are related to explore of this course journey. And I would like to mention our another group participant, Ashiki. Her title is Teacher's Perspective on Peer Relationships and Inclusion of students special educational needs in mainstream classroom. And then Christabel Bilau, her title is Teachers Wellbeing Challenges faces by teachers in remote areas of developing countries in the Pacific region, particularly in Papua New Guinea. And last participant, Elena Thomas, her title is Examining How Teaching Aids Use Assistive Technologies to Support Reading Engagement Among Primary Students with Special Educational Needs in Christchurch School. I'm going to my own research topics details. I'd like to share my slide. Here is my title, and at the beginning, I would like to share my research problem. My research problem is mainly focused on in tertiary educational system in Bangladesh, which is largely lecture was traditional, teacher-centered, as well as significantly traditional method. I have chosen these topics for choose the research problem is which is integrational digital technologies to modernize of our classroom as well as our enhancement of the teaching and learning process in Bangladesh. And another research problem is despite of ICT increasing of access, but our teaching system is manually teacher-centered as well as traditional and memorization based. So I have taken these topics for challenges and related to pedagogy to the ICT base. and enhancement of the institutional support and readiness of teachers. This is the main gap of our research in tertiary educational system mainly. Not only tertiary education, from secondary, higher secondary, and other related field. My research purpose is how digital technologies are playing a vital role to enhance pedagogically integrated to the history teaching in tertiary educational system in the context of our Bangladesh. This is the main research purpose, and I have chosen some research question. Here is that how teachers use digital technologies in their teaching practices in our Bangladesh. And second research question is what pedagogical belief dominate teachers' integration of digital technologies? And finally, what institutional and contextual factors are leading or constant digital technology integration of our classroom system in Bangladesh? And this is the main research question. The main key literature, theories, and concept I would like to share with you all. Here is the main key literature, concept, and theories is that the three-dimensional. One is TPEC framework, another is constructivist learning theory, and finally teachers' belief and institutional context. This three-dimensional factor, which is focus, TPEC means technological, pedagogical, and content knowledge, which is focused mainly how teachers will be able to integrate digital technologies properly and meaningfully to enhance the teaching and learning capacity in our classrooms, and which is literature is come out from Mishra and Kohler 2006. This is the main literature factor as well as literature. Another theory which is focus constructivist learning theory. The main focus is the student centered. This is the main and vital issue of this research, that is student will be able to interact each other. And I know that everyone know that history is like a study of scientific past, but how teachers will be able to integrate digital technology and constructivist learning theory in a one platform where teacher and student will be able to interact each other, visualize the past and of the learning, and there will be more enjoyable and natural learning process by our teachers, and they will be able to more integrated as well as visualize, and they will also be able to use digital tools, interactive models, digital content, multimedia PowerPoint presentation, and those and another types of online resources, so that student will be able more focus, more interactive, and more enjoyable. This is the modern pedagogical system for our student and also of our teachers. And finally, teachers believe an institutional context, which is focused mainly how teacher will be able to integration of the modern technology, which is information and communication technology, to shape by their traditional teaching or lecture beliefs, and they also will be able to engage each other their modern ICT based training, and institutional factor will be able to focus their infrastructure as well as national education policy they will be able to follow. So these the main three-dimensional key literature which I already have mentioned. And finally, I'd like to share with you all the main the main methodological approach for this research is that qualitative research, obviously, and semi-structured interview, and finally thematic analysis. These three topics that I have already shared, that the qualitative research will be able to teachers experience, they will be able to share their belief, practice, and finally it will be a qualitative approach of modern teaching and learning system. And Another one is a methodological approach is that semi-structured interview. I will be able to conduct to all of my university teacher and tertiary level teachers for their interview and sometimes questionnaire, and and I also will be able to engage student survey. What is the demand and what they are saying to engage of each other. And also finally we'll be able to analysis of different type of documents, and finally thematic analysis will be also conducted to evaluate and also to take the methodological approach by how to teachers will be able to use technology, and pedagogical belief and institutional barriers also will be evaluated. And finally, I would like to share it that I have taken these research topics for especially for my beloved students as well as my beloved colleague. They will be able to benefit a lot to study of these research topics, and it will be also will be able to focus to play a vital role. How teacher will be able to explore digital technologies which can transform from traditional history teaching by improving their student engagement, pedagogical practice, and meaningful teaching and learning experiences. So that this research will be will be able to focus and play a vital role for development of teaching and learning process of our tertiary educational system in the context of my own country, that is Bangladesh. And AI tools is also used for very for summarization and academic editing, and that are obviously edited and reviewed by me. And finally, I would like to call upon some question. If you have question, you can ask. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Said. That was a wonderful and insightful presentation. And I have a question for you. So the question is, how might lecturers' teaching beliefs influence the way they choose, apply, or avoid digital tools in history education?
Thank you, Elena Thomas, for your valuable question. Actually, that I already have mentioned that our educational system, especially of my own subject history, is totally memorization, students teacher centered. Teacher will be able to focus to integrate digital modern technologies by TPEC framework. On the other hand, student and teachers will be more benefited to use of this modern pedagogical system, and that will be TPEC and constructivist learning theory. But on the opposite or contrary, teachers mainly focuses their traditional teaching practice instead of modern ICT based teaching. This research will be more focused for teaching and learning for our beloved student and teachers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I also have another question for Said. And my question is, what are the main barriers preventing lecturers from effectively integrating digital tools into history teaching?
In the context of our Bangladesh, Christopher Bilal, you know that in our traditional teaching system is totally teacher-centered. And I think most of the teachers are not used to how to use properly and meaningfully ICT to their teaching practices. So this is the main problem. On the other hand, those teachers who are living in our remote area to all over the country of our Bangladesh, they have some limitation to use properly ICT-based teaching practice. Their lack of training, proper use of ICT integration, proper use of computer or digital literacy lack of. So this is the main barrier, and also have some pedagogical and curriculum-based problem. So it will be reduced. I think this research will be able more focus on this to recovery of this problem and gap. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just now, I would like to Ashik to call upon to present of your valuable research topic. I'm going to share.
Okay, thank you. Yes, my name is Ashik Joshi, And my proposal topic is about teachers' perspective on peer relationship and inclusion of students with SCN in mainstream classroom. This is my topic, and I found the research problem is that the teachers play a very crucial role in schools, but they are not also engaged in other activities. Rather than they only focus on classroom teaching as well as behavior concept. And for the ASEAN students, they are just physically present in the school, but they are not socially accepted. And I also feel that. mm there is a social exclusion in classroom as well as the limited peer acceptance for the students which are SCN. And the teacher can play a very important role for creating relationship and including inclusions. And also I found that only there are limited research has been found out how the teachers can understand or support the peer relationship in inclusive classroom. And this is my research problem. And then next is my research purpose. And the research purpose is to explore how the teachers' perspectives on peer relationship and their role in supporting the inclusion of students with SCN in mainstream primary school classrooms in New Zealand. That is my research purpose. And my research questions are: how do teachers view peer relationship in inclusion of students with SCN? And the second question is, how do teachers believe and practice affect peer interaction and inclusion? And my third question is, how do school policies and classroom practice influence teachers' ability to support inclusion? These are my three research questions. And then my key literature theory and concept which comes is I am using three theories, which is social cultural theory, and it mainly focus on how the learning and inclusion happen through social interaction as well as participation. And also, the peer relationship are central to belonging and classroom engagement. For classroom engagement of SEN student, the peer relationship is a must because they can adapt so many things from their peer groups also. And the second theory is about inclusive education theory, and which involves participation, acceptancy, as well as equal opportunities. And the teacher attitudes and classroom practice influence inclusive experience because the teachers who are just casual or talking to the all other students, which can able to influence other students also. And my third theory is about cultural responsive and relational pedagogy, and which gives an inclusion and recognition of students, especially their identity, because they are students are from different culture background and different identities also there. And if the teachers can be recognized their identity, culture, and relationship, it will be a good asset for the students. And if there is a teacher-student relationship is a strong, and thus the relationship of peer group also can be very supportive. And my key literature is the student with SCN often face peer marginalization. It is by Aravnitz in 2010, and the teachers' beliefs shape in inclusive practice by Anki Bohr and others in 2011, as well as the teachers actively shape classroom peer dynamics. It is the research by Thomas W. Farmer in 2011, and about the inclusion in Aotearoa, New Zealand, should be culturally responsive and relational by Angus Higora McFarlane in 2015. And one more person in 2015 is Richard Rose. His study was about social culture and collaboration affect inclusive environment. And then came my methodological approach for this presentation. For this research, I have used qualitative research approach because it can able to focus on teachers' perspective and their life experience also. And also about how the teachers understand and enact inclusion in everyday practices also. And for this research, I will use to collect the data through semi-structured interviews with mainstream primary school teachers, and there will be open-ended questions to explore the beliefs and practice and challenges that are faced in the school also. And I use this approach because it helped me to know the depth and understanding of teachers' experience and classroom realities also, and also able to know capture the relational and social constructed nature of inclusion. And it also helps to align the social cultural theory by focusing on context and interaction. And my overall aim of this project is about to explore how teachers support peer relationship and social inclusion for students with SCN in mainstream classrooms in Aotearoa, New Zealand. This is my overall aim. Yes, if anyone have any questions, you can ask.
Okay.
Okay, Ashiki, that was a wonderful presentation. It was, and I think the concept of peers, bonding with the peers and the teacher support, I think it is a very relevant topic in the current scenario. And I have a question for you. The question is, what strategies can teachers actually use to create a strong sense of belonging and reduce social isolation among students with special education needs?
Yes, that is a good question, because as a teacher, we can able to create a positive peer relationship as well as creating a inclusive classroom culture by supporting the students and also teaching social skills and empathy, and it able to create a strong relationship with peers because each students are different and the teacher can be a role model to the students. Thus, it is an important to work with teachers and able to know how each students are, and also the family members and other staff members or teacher aides. These can also help them to interact very well. Yeah, that's
Okay,
the answer.
okay, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you, Joshi, Ashik
yeah.
Joshi, for your valuable presentation. I have a question to you. How do teachers describe the specific impact of a student cultural identity on their social acceptance by peers in mainstream classroom?
Yeah, because each children are very different and also they have different cultural identity, and it should be accepted and also included in the classroom. And each child have any different languages as well as cultural practice, values and behaviors. This everything should be accepted. Otherwise, they can't able to come out from their shell, because everyone will be they will be physically present, but they are not socially present. Thus, the teachers should be interactive with everyone, but there will be a barriers also. But teachers can do a positive approach to each students. Yeah, that's my answer. Thank
Thank
you for
you,
the
Ashik.
questions.
I would like to request to present another participant, Christopher Bilau.
Okay. Thank you. So I'm going to present my research proposal. So the title of my research proposal is Teacher Wellbeing, Challenges Faced by Teachers in Developing Areas of the Pacific Region, like particularly in my country, Papua New Guinea. So my research problem is centered around the issues faced by teachers working in remote areas of Papua New Guinea, such as like professional isolation, limited resources, and mental health stresses. While there are many attempts to address these issues, the toll is already being felt by teachers, and those include like the amount of burnout that teachers face, absenteeism, and high turnover that takes away from teacher well-being, motivation, and the quality of education. My research aims to identify the challenges experienced by teachers in remote areas in my country and to identify like ways, or I can say like strategies that can improve teachers' well-being and support retention in school. So based on my research papers, there are two questions that I came up with, and these two questions will like help me collect data. And those are, what narratives do teachers in remote areas share about their professional challenges and successes? And the second question is, how do these experiences or stories reveal underlying power structures affecting teachers' well-being? So my key concepts and theories, like the theoretical frameworks that is prominent in my research draws from three. So the first one is burnout theory. So burnout theory accounts for teachers' stress that results from like prolonged difficulties that they face in the workplace. The second theory, like if I were to look through the lenses of social justice and educational equity frameworks, then this framework will help me to examine how like inequality of the system and the disparities of resources in remote areas contribute to further like degrade teachers' well-being. And then the third one is ecological well-being models. This model will help me highlight the significance of supportive relationships and positive environments in workplace that help like improve teachers' well-being. So those are the three main theoretical framework that I plan to base my research on. Finally, the method that I plan to use, I plan to use the qualitative narrative inquiry. I think that this method is very helpful. It will like allow teachers to voice their own strengths and voice their own triumphs at a personal level. And I think it also exposes like the power dynamics and structural issues that like have an effect on teachers' well-being. Also, like narrative interviews and narrative methods also provide like in-depth and necessary information that will help me capture the rational and like environmental drivers of teachers' well-being. So those are the key concepts that my research or the research proposal will be based on. So any questions from anyone?
Okay, thank you, Christabel Bilao, for your outstanding presentation. This is a new experience. I would like to present a question that what are the major challenges affecting teachers' well-being in remote areas of Papua New Guinea?
Okay, thank you for your question. There are many challenges that teachers in remote areas, just not in my country, but in the Pacific region that faces. And two of the most, like I would say, prominent challenges that teachers face would be the first one is professional isolation. Because of like the geographical remoteness of our school, it is obvious that teachers are gonna face that. And another thing would be like heavy workloads without sufficient support. So I think those are the two main challenges that teachers in my country face.
Okay. I have a question. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, my question is, what support system can be developed to reduce professional isolation and improve the mental health and well-being of teachers working in remote area of Papua New Guinea?
Okay. Thank you for your question. I think one of the supportive structures that can be introduced to like overcome professional isolation, like for teachers working in remote areas, I would say that would be for like schools to provide mentorship programs that like connect isolated teachers and like teachers with experience, so that like those teachers in isolated areas can have like guidance and emotional support. And I also think that schools should also provide like professional in-services within the school. They don't need to go out, they can just do it within the school. So at least it provides like, it reduces the professional isolation in like remote areas in my country. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Christabel.
Okay, thank you, Christabel, for your nice presentation. I would like to call upon our another and final participant, Elena Thomas.
Okay. Just a second. Okay. So good evening, everyone. I'm very happy to have you all to listen to my presentation. I'm Elena Thomas, and now I will be presenting my research proposal. My topic is examining how teaching aids use assistive technologies to support reading engagement among primary students with special education needs in Christchurch schools. So, through this proposal, I aim to explore how teaching aids can actually support students using new assistive technologies, and how this can actually improve their participation in learning. So to begin with, I would like to state my research problem. I would like to start with the different skills of education, and one of the most important skills is the reading skill, because it is mainly through reading that children acquire knowledge, and there has to be a strong basis for this particular skill, and it is very important in the process of education. And at the primary level, there are many students, especially with special education needs, who face many hurdles to master the art of reading. And the problem is this can be solved using some assistive technologies, but many teachers and teaching aids, my focus is on teaching aids, do not know how to use these assistive technologies to help students master the art of learning. This is a gap that I find in our education process. And so the purpose of my research is to explore how teaching aids actually use assistive technology to help primary students with special education needs to master reading skills in Christchurch schools. So as per my purpose, I have framed the following questions. The first question is, how do teaching aids actually use assistive technologies to support reading among primary students with special education needs? So this is my first question, and the focus is on how they use, what are the different platforms that they use, what are the different apps that they use to help in reading. Now, my second question is, what are the factors that would influence the use of assistive technologies? So what these new modern technologies, how do they actually support, and what are their limitations? So this is my second question. And the third question is, how do teaching aids perceive the contribution of assistive technologies to student reading engagement? What effect does it have on the students? So these three questions are the questions that I've framed according to my research purpose. And moving on to the theoretical framework. The theory that I plan to use is the universal design of learning. Now, why I chose this theory is because we have lots and lots of technology in the present scenario. But it is not enough that we choose any technology and put it into our learning process. That wouldn't work. So, universal design for learning would help us choose the appropriate technology, and it also focuses on how it should be integrated into our lesson plans. So this gives teachers a good idea about the actual needs of the students and how technology should be integrated to bring out the best outcome. And to support this theory, I have gone through my literature review, and there are articles, especially by Green and Benson, which states that assistive technology can actually support reading when tools match the learner's needs. Now, to further strengthen my point, there is another UNESCO report that states that technology becomes inclusive only when learners have good access to it, when they can participate in the learning process, and when teachers are given good support. And additionally, there are also many other articles that talk about how teaching aids should be properly trained, that focus on the role of teaching aids in Christchurch schools. So there are many unmet learning support needs and limited local evidence on how such supports work. So this is the literature and the theoretical framework. Next, moving on to methodology. Now, the methodology that I'm going to focus is on the qualitative research approach. Now, I chose this because when I use the qualitative approach, I would not only understand the different technologies that teaching aids use, but I can also get an idea of what they think about the technology, how they think it would help the students. Now, the data collection, I would be focusing on semi-structured interviews because by using that, I can have my questions prepared. At the same time, I can get answers from the teacher aides on their perspectives on what they think of the different technology and how they think it should be implemented. So I can also get their experiences in my data collection. And furthermore, I also plan to use some classroom observations and make notes on it uh, to collect the necessary data. Now, when it comes to data analysis, I would be using the thematic analysis because through this, I plan to understand the different patterns, the different ideas presented by the different teaching aids. So this would help me understand the impact of the new technology on students, the support that it gives to the students, the barriers that students and teachers might face. So I think this kind of data analysis would help me understand my topic well. And to conclude, I would like to say that my study is important, and the justification is that it can bring a great difference in the learning patterns of students with special education needs. So thank you. So this was my research proposal. Now I'm open to questions. So if you have any, please put forward your questions.
Yes, Yelna Thomas, it was a nice presentation. And I have a question. There are a lot of children with special needs, especially where the students have reading difficulty like dysgraphia, dyslexia, and all. And my question is that how does assistive technology support these students in the literacy?
Okay, that's a wonderful question, and that is also a very thought-provoking question. As I told in my presentation, now there are different kinds of assistive technologies, and especially for students with dyslexia, it is very important to use these technologies. Now, technologies like text-to-speech, audiobooks, screen readers, and for dyslexic students especially, there are screens with enlarged text, which can actually help.
Record. Okay.
Assistive technologies, as I mentioned, it is very important. And I was telling that enlarged text, the technique of using enlarged text can help dyslexic students understand the content even when they find the reading process difficult. Furthermore, when teaching aids, when they use these assistive technologies, students get the feeling that they can do the tasks on their own. Like when it comes to pronunciation, they can listen to it as many times as they want to, or when it comes to the sentence structures, they can reread the sentences as many times as they want using technology. So this gives them the feeling that they independently learn the process of reading without adult support, and this would in turn build their confidence and their participation in learning. Moreover, features like digital highlighting, when they find a word difficult, if it is highlighted and if they are asked to repeat it again and again, that builds a lot of confidence in them, because it is said that practice makes things perfect. And vocabulary support also helps them identify key ideas and understand meanings. So I think all these features that the technology offers would help students, especially dyslexic students, to a very great extent. And it is a great step, I think, in the process of education. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Elna. Thank you for your answer.
Cristobal below,
There are
please
any.
unmute your audio. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Audio. Not video. Below, not video, just audio. Just
Yep, I'm trying to
press
find
on
it.
mic. Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. I have a question for Yelena, and that is, what challenges do teachers face when using teaching aids with assistive technologies with students in inclusive classrooms?
Elena Thomas.
Okay. Okay, so that is also, and uh, the challenges that teachers face are like that the teaching aids, they may not be well trained, and they may not be confident of using assistive technologies. So when that happens, it is difficult for the teacher aides to actually train the young students, and if they are not comfortable, they may not be confident of using these technologies. Next thing is, the teacher aides, they must exactly know the learner's needs. Otherwise, it would not be possible for them to use the technology, because in a classroom, the main challenge is that students have different abilities. There might be dyslexic students, there might be students with special needs, there might be exceptional students. So, the teacher aide should know to which student which technology has to be used. Only then the outcome in the classroom would be good. So it is important that the teacher aides spend a lot of time with students. They should get to know the students first. For that, training is necessary with the mainstream teachers. Okay, and if that is not done, then I don't think the whole process is going to be successful. Then another thing is, teacher aides, they come mainly to help the lots of workload which they might not know how to manage, and they are also finding what I've read from literature reviews is that they also have the judgment is very important in the process of education. So if these things are managed, I think most of the challenges can be overcome. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. We have completed our group presentation, group 11. We are really proud to be engaged each other, as well as to hear of your research topic and title and literature and methodology. We are really engaged each other, not only engage each other, but also we are benefited a lot to develop of our idea and concept. And just now, I would like to thank you all to be connected each other for this group presentation. And lastly, I would like to thank you all, Elena Thomas, Christopher Bilao, Ashiki, and this is Said. And I would like to last and special thanks to our course coordinator and TA Sam to coordinate of this outstanding presentation, group presentation. And it is really enhance of our learning capacity as well as teaching capacity in future. Thank you. And from others, you can give your gratitude to our beloved teacher and participant.
Yes, it is a great opportunity for us because we have all have done the presentation very well, and also other people also done their presentation very well, because each of the topic is very important and relevant. And I'm thanking each of one to be present here, and the coordination is very great. And also, I'm happy to be with you all, guys. Thank you.
Okay, I would also like to say thank you to everyone for your presentations. I find it very informative. I would also like to send my gratitude to our professors. They have like taught us very well, and like I think that I am prepared to like do the actual research now. So yeah, thank you.
Okay. So I would also express my words of gratitude. So it was really a great experience working as a team and getting everyone together. So first, I would like to thank our professor, Lynn Parmenter and Sam, because throughout the course we were given uh, great ideas like how to do a research proposal, how to go about it. So all these helped a lot in our preparation. And then I would like to thank Said. He has done a lot of work in getting things coordinated and in making things flow very smooth. And then I like to thank my friend Ashik and Christabel, because the mental support that they give me and to all others in the group. Okay, that is indeed something that is very crucial to get things done and to remain calm and confident during any kind of work that we do together. So I thank all my friends, I thank my professor, and I thank Sam, who has also helped us giving feedback and who has supported us throughout this program. So thank you all. And I really hope that we have more such activities together in future. Thank you.
Due to our time limitation, so we would not like to make it no longer, and I would like to conclude. And I think we will be a very great researcher of education in our field as well as in our country.
Yeah.
We can contribute a lot to learn a special research, educational research from this course. So thank you very much to all of you to connected, and we have enjoyed a great time and have learned a lot of things from all of you. So thank you very much.